Okay, I want to show you how to do some formulas here. So I've got a few different samples, such as over here, we're just going to add these up, deduct a voucher. So just imagine these are the costs in your currency, and then you would deduct, say, 2. So if it was in Britain, you'd deduct £2. I'm going to show you how to do it with a percentage as well. Over here, I've got one where we're going to subtract 20 degrees for converting from a conventional to a fan oven, and also some division here to show you how to convert from miles to kilometers. I've then got this little sales one here, which we're going to multiply going across, total it up at the bottom and show you a quick shortcut for that. And also we're going to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius, which is going to use a combination of multiplication, division and subtraction as well. So let's just start over here. So basically what you've got is each cell has got a cell reference. So this one here is C4, and you can see in the top corner here it shows you that. Here is my formula bar, and that's where I can put the formula, but you can also put it directly into the cell as well. So let's just have a quick look at just adding these three up. And if you're familiar with this, you might know that there's also a shortcut using something called autosum, which I'm going to show you just in a moment. So let's just click here. All formulas start off by pressing the equal sign. And by the way, this works the same whether you're using Windows or Mac. So I'm going to do that now. I could just type in C4 plus, and then the next one down is C5, and then C6. I don't have to do it in capital letters, but when I do enter it, you'll see that when I go back and look in the formula bar at the top, it's capitalized it. Okay, let's just get rid of that. I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to show you another way you can do it. So you can type it in. You can always start again with the equals, and then you can just click. Press the plus sign, and the next cell, and the next cell. And it's showing you each one of those. So I can press enter again. You could also use the keyboard. So let's just get rid of that again. So it's equals. I'm just using the arrow key, plus, and then I can use the arrow key to go back to that one. Each time I press the plus, minus, multiply or divide, it goes back to where the formula is. Now I can use a combination of typing as well. So I could type it in now. So I could type C6, or I could just click on it. Okay, so that's how you can do addition really easily. What about if I wanted to deduct £2 from it, or $2, or whatever it is, whatever currency, euros that you're using? So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to go equals, I'm going to click here, and then minus, and I'm just going to type in the number 2. So you can actually just type in numbers as opposed to cell references. The useful thing about a cell reference is if I change any of these, it automatically changes my calculation. So if I change the oranges there now to 2, I've just changed the apples, it says 10. I go 2, it's deducted, and both of them have changed. And the same would apply to a discount here. So we're going to discount this amount here. So what is the discount? We can do that. It's equals that, and I want to multiply it. I could do it by 0.1, which is 10%, or I can just type in 10%. That's showing me the discount. What I really want to do is actually subtract that. So that's whatever, 90 pence or wherever. So what I want to do here is I'm going to take this value here, and I'm going to then subtract this amount here. So let's just do that. I'm just going to click in here. So I'm in my formula bar here. I can now that I've clicked in there, I can actually click in here and make that change. So I'm going C8 minus C8 multiplied by 10%. So let's just do that. And it has deducted it. Okay. Now, something interesting here is it's doing this bit of the multiplication first and then subtracting. And that's kind of what we taking you back to school, perhaps, if you finish school, or maybe you're in school, and we do things in a particular order. So multiplication and division always happen first, and then you get subtraction and addition after that. If you were to do this in order, the C8 minus the C8, if you were doing this, say, on a calculator, that would be 0. So 0 times 10% wouldn't work. So it does the multiplication and division first, and then the C8. But if I wanted to make sure, I would put brackets here, because anything inside the brackets happens on its own. So anything inside brackets happens first. So if I add things together and then do it, then that happens. So let's just do that. So let me just show you, like if I was to do this, it's going to give two different answers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add those up. So let's do equals. So this is an extra one that I've just thought we should do here. Let's just add these up. And then that one. And now if I did the multiply all of those by 10%, look what happens. 5.4, because what it's done is it's done this bit first. I want it to add them up first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put those in brackets. So don't forget it does the multiplication before it does the addition and subtraction. Press enter, and now it's given me the answer that I want. Okay, so that's how you can add, that's how you can multiply. And you'll notice when I go here that the multiply is the asterisk on the keyboard. Usually it's the shift and the 8 on the keyboard here. If you've got a number pad on the side, it would have its own. So multiply is the asterisk. Let's just go down to here and let's just convert. Nice simple one. It's just going to subtract 20 degrees Celsius, which is what we use in the UK, to give us the temperature if we've got a fan oven. And it's really quite simple. It's equals, I'm just going to use that arrow key, minus 20. And if I change it, you can see it automatically changes there. So plus and minus, the symbols for that are plus and the minus sign, which we're used to. We're now going to come down to here. We're going to convert miles to kilometers. So let's just put in 100 miles. Okay, and I want to divide it by 1.61. Okay, so what I'm going to do is equals that divided by 1.61. Divide is the slash on the keyboard, so just kind of think fractions. So you've got minus and plus, you know what the symbols are for those. Asterisk is multiply, and divide is the slash. And you're probably wondering, why isn't it X for multiply? That's because all the way over here, you could potentially have a column which is X, and that would be, say, X4 that you wanted to use, so it doesn't kind of work. So you do need to have something a bit different. So let's just press enter on that, and there you have it. If I change that to 161 miles, it will give me 100 kilometers. Okay, you're probably getting the idea now, but I'm going to show you these two examples here. So what we're going to do here is just multiply the cost with the quantity, and then I'm going to total it up down here. So let's just go equals this, use the star for the multiply, and this again, and there we go, that's giving us 90. Now I can just copy this down. I can just either right click and choose copy, or I could use my keyboard shortcuts. On Windows it's Control C, and on Mac it's Command C, and then I could also do copy over here. I can then select where I want to copy it to, and I can just use my keyboard shortcuts, which are Control V, Command V, or I could right click, or there's paste. And you'll see over here it's got J4 times K4, which is J4 times K4. You can see them there. The next one down, cleverly, it shifts it down to J5 times K5, and so on and so on. Very clever. I'm going to show you another quick little trick. Let me just get rid of that. Go to the bottom right hand corner. It becomes a crosshair like that. Double click and it will copy it down to the bottom of that range. Pretty clever, huh? Okay, let's total these up. Now I could just go equals, plus, you know, and so on, but I'm just going to press escape to come out of that. That takes time. And if you've got a lot of numbers, well, there's the risk of missing one and so on. There's actually a sum function, and what we can do, so up here on the ribbon, on the Home tab, I've got autosum. It's the same on Windows as well. Just click on it, what it does is it automatically, you can see it's got the crawling ants going around here. It's highlighting what it's adding up, which includes these blank cells. So you can put something in there later. And it's actually put this function in, which is sum L4, which is here, to L9. And it will automatically sum them up, and you can see it's got brackets either side. If I want to change it to just those 4 numbers, I just click and drag over it. I can have a spare one. If it's 0, if it's blank, it's 0, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let me press enter, and that's done it for you. So that's a nice little shortcut that you've got there. Okay, so just one more, which is this convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. So over here, to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius, you've got to subtract 32 and then multiply that number by 5 and then by 9. So what we need to do is use those brackets. Press equals, then the bracket, and that's minus 32, bracket, and then we can multiply it by 5, divide by 9, and there you go, it's 0. 32 is freezing point in Fahrenheit, and it's 0 in Celsius. Boiling point in Fahrenheit is 212 degrees, and in Celsius 100 degrees. So let me put in 212. Always good to check that these work. So there you are. That's how you can create formulas in Excel. It doesn't matter whether you're using Windows or Mac. That's how it works. So just remember the brackets if you need something to be done first. You've then got the plus and minus signs, asterisk for multiply, and the slash for divide. I've got plenty of Excel tutorials and many other things on my YouTube channel, so please do go and have a look at those. If this has helped and you do like it, please do like, share and subscribe and come back for more. Thanks for watching.